Power 106, LA's #1 for hip hop. I'm Letty, Brown Bag Mornings. My pleasure, my honor, my all of that to be able to talk to the young queen herself, rising star, going to be at Coachella, everybody's favorite TikTok sound, and the song is not even out yet. I'm talking about Doechii. Doechii, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you
for coming by. Everybody clap. Applause for Doechii. No, I gotta say, I've been literally watching you grow, and especially when it comes to, like, what's tripping me out? I was going back to Mockingbird.
Yeah.
At the end of Mockingbird, you give, like, your contact info. You're like, hey, if you want to reach out to me, if you want to collab, hit me up on my website, blah, blah, blah. And to me, I'm like, in my brain, I'm putting the theories together. I'm like, did Top get on the phone then? Or was that like a call there, or it wasn't, it was way after that? Because that was like 2019 or something.
My A&R at the time, that's how my A&R found me. I was putting my phone number at the end of my music.
That's so crazy.
Which is crazy
and smart
to think
at the same time.
Yeah, smart but very MySpace.
Yes. And that was like your real phone number, not like a burner phone or a Google phone.
Like, call me.
Shoot, Doechii.
Yeah.
And so your A&R reached out, and then you just started working and collabing. Were you in Tampa at the time?
I think at the time I was actually... Yeah, I was in Tampa because I had just left New York and I went back to Tampa. So, yeah, I was in Florida when I got that call.
Man.
Yeah.
And to see what went on after that, of course, we have you keeping going. I even saw, like, a post that you did, which is important. It's important for you, but it's important for all of us to see the moments where it wasn't all good, dog. Yeah. The moments where, we're crying. The moments where it's like no one's there, but it's just you.
Yes.
To see that spin around. And, like, if you just hold on a little bit longer, little Doechii, it's going to be this thing that we see right here in front of us. Making that had to be emotional.
Yeah, no, for sure. It definitely was. I'm, like, really big on, I like to, like, represent artists a lot, and I'm always just, like, advocating for artists and artistic expression and just that journey. So me documenting my whole journey was really important to me, and my whole career I just wanted to be, like, really transparent about how I get to places, because I feel like people gatekeep a lot. Like, they don't want to tell nobody.
They don't share the secret.
They don't share the secret. So it's just like, bruh, it's not that deep. It's plenty to go around for everybody. So I just like to show the journey and just show, like, this is what it takes to get to where I am.
Whew.
Yeah.
And now we have a new single releasing. Now, low-key, St. Patrick's Day.
Really?
Yeah, it's March 17th. That's when it drops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the little lucky charm for everybody, okay?
Thank you.
Already I've seen it take off on TikTok. I've seen everybody show out for it. That some cut flip, like, I love it.
Thank you.
You had to have been like, it's a good mood record.
Yeah.
But it's also like hey, you know what? I'm a bomb girl. I don't need just any guy. Low-key gotta have a little thug in him. Yeah, talk to me about the creation of the song.
Yeah, I wanted to make something that was, like, fun, like a summer anthem, something that feels familiar, nostalgic, but kind of pop, but urban at the same time. So that's kind of how the song came about. And when I met up with Jay White and I heard the beat, I was like,
this
out of
is
here.
It. Yeah,
like this is it. And it's kind of a sound that I haven't really played with before. It's definitely more pop, and it's a track that I'm singing on, and I haven't, like, fully sang on a record yet. So that's really interesting, and I'm super excited about it. I think it's fire.
Amazing. It's out of here. And you know what's crazy is, if people aren't hip to you yet by the acknowledgments and the acclaims that you've gotten and the music catalog, because you got music to your name already, this is a good introduction. And then once they hear you rap, then once they dig into the crates, then it's over. Because a lot of times we're used to either, especially when it comes with female artistry, you stay to one lane and you're either just a melodic, incredible, right? Or you have the bars, and you just mix them both up. Like, you can't be touched on both ends.
Thank you.
That must be dope to even have that in the tuck. Like, oh, y'all, come here.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to hit you with the bars.
I appreciate it. I'm going to be making a summer album, so a lot of the records, I just want them to feel fun and big.
It's vibe more than anything.
People can just have a good time.
Do you feel like being a part of TDE, you had to come with bars? Like, is there any pressure to that, or any of, like, all right, I know the legacy of the brand. You are the new you're the what TDE is going to be for the next 10 years is going to have Doechii's name on it all over. Did you know that? That pressure?
I did. I went into it knowing that pressure, and it was a legacy that I wanted to carry on. It was important to me, and I felt like I could do it, and I feel like I am doing it.
Yeah.
And so it is a lot of pressure. Top is on me all the time about like my bars. I just did a freestyle recently on America Has a Problem by Beyonce. And he was really pressing me about it. He was just like, you know, you need to make sure like you still keep coming with your raps, and he's constantly just pushing me to keep exercising my pen, which is really, really important. So this is the first time I'm actually not rapping on the song. I'm singing. So this is really interesting. But I know after that, Top gonna hit me up like, hey, it's time to rap again.
Yeah. They heard you there. Now it's time to go in. You know what's crazy is I've known Top and the guys for a long time. To even see like when they used to record out of his back house, like in the studio, he has rules. Like they can't have this, they can't have that. It's almost militaristic.
Yes.
But it turns into these goats that we see with the crew, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel that as well? Like, okay, there's a lot of like, I guess, a lot more of a refinement that you have to put in.
Discipline.
Definitely
it's discipline. I like that though. I come from sports and I went to an art school, so I'm used to discipline. I'm used to turning things in. I'm used to critique. I'm used to those things. And Top is that type of businessman. He's just as involved with his artists as he is on the business side. So he's very critical, but I like it because it's molding me and it's pushing me as an artist.
I love it. So. Was there any like not hesitancy, but like probably also a bit of an air of intimidation itself for them all being West Coast? Like, or for the most part, I know SZA, Isaiah, but
yes, because I'm from like the bottom of Florida, like we all the way at the bottom of the states. And
that's the Gators, though.
Right. I come over here and it's like a completely different environment. So yes, because their style is a little bit different. But honestly, everybody on TDE and Top were very embracing of my style and who I am as an artist coming from where I come from.
I love that. Yeah. Speaking of style, you got a lot of it. Like we're just looking at your photo behind you. You have to have a lot of creative input in what you look like, how you sound, what you present as. It's important for a girl to have that type of like, just you own that, that part of yourself, or else people are gonna say what your identity is, how you should dress, and all of that. Did you always have this like, I gotta look like me? Like I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, like I get ideas in my head all the time, and even like I'll have a plan for glam, and Dan knows this because I do this all the time. I'll come in with a plan. I'll be like, the night before, I'll be like, I just had this dream, and this is what I want to see. Then I'll get there, and I'll be like, no, that's not it. I want to change the brow. Like this picture, for example, it was supposed to be different. I was just supposed to have blonde brows, but then we got this idea to put the rhinestones on the brows out of nowhere. So it's just little things like that. I got
you. I love the pop of blue though, because you kept neutral and then you like make my eyes pop. Come on, Doechii.
But yeah, I do have a lot of creative input in things that I do, but I also trust my team around me. So we work together, and I tell them the idea, and they do their best to make it happen.
I love it. That's good, because that you have vision and they have execution.
Yes.
I went to go see you. It was like at a warehouse, some crazy warehouse last year. Thought I was gonna get caught up in there because I don't know. It was in the middle somewhere. But you turned it up. You brought a show. It almost felt super underground, but so new at the same time.
Thank you.
And you did that shit. It was runway. It was boss. It was boss bitch. Like it was all of that.
Thank you.
Your showmanship has to come from internal too. Like, have you been planning this your whole life? You know, it's like there are times where I know those hard times we were talking about, but it's like that's where the building has to happen in here, even if it's not outside.
Yeah. I'm like one of those thespian, like corny, like theater kids. Like I'm really a nerd when it comes to art and stuff like that. And like, I don't know, I was the kid who like would look out the window and just imagine myself in a music video. Like I'm that type of like really corny.
What would it be like? Yeah, but it's manifestation because that did happen.
You know, and having a background in like arts and just being so disciplined in those settings. And I was also a gymnast, so I just had a good sense of discipline. I would do things like when I had my 9-to-5 job, on my lunch break, I would go across the street to the park and I would rehearse because I felt like one day
it's coming.
It's coming. I don't know. It's coming.
Yeah.
So now that it's here, I think I just turn on like that because I practice a lot. I practice a lot.
People in the same type of limelight or in that same level don't have that type of showmanship that you have, and it had to be because you put those 10,000 hours in when no one was looking. You know?
Thank you.
And that's so important. I want to talk about, we're talking about your imagination.
Yes.
I want to talk about the All the Places You'll Go project. the Dr. Seuss references throughout, the like little kid vibes throughout. It almost felt like you were talking to your inner child at that point. Like you were making music, but it was for little Doechii.
Yeah, it was.
Can you tell me about that project?
Yeah, All the Places You'll Go was just, it was like just me healing my inner child. Just kind of like becoming okay with being myself, becoming okay with who I am, like not trying to be too cool. Like I feel like I used to like, I don't know, I was like trying to be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, I can't do that. I'm not that girl. Like I'm a little quirky. You know, I have like a little different side to me. I can't be that clean, crisp girl that I think people want. I can only be me. So that was what that project was about, just being myself.
When you were younger, like Lil Doechii, was Lil Doechii in Tampa? Was Lil Doechii in New York? What did she see around her that made her feel like, this ain't me? Like, I'm different than everybody around me.
I think, like, especially in Tampa, like, my environment just wasn't... Tampa is, like, 5 years behind in fashion, in music. Like, New York is eons ahead, in fact, because we're at the bottom, so we get trends late. So I was never focused on the trends that were in my city. I was always interested in futurism and things like that. Yeah. So because of that, I used to dress ahead of my time. And I did things ahead of my time, so my environment wasn't embracing of that. And I was like, I cannot be this. Can I cuss?
Cuss.
I can't be the bitch y'all want me to be.
That part.
Like, I just can't be her.
I can't. I can't be walking around here with 5 years ago fashion, dogs. Like, come on. I
think what y'all on is lame. I do, and I think what I'm on is cool. Yeah, but it wasn't at that time.
Doechii 101, you were like, I can't hate on a bitch I'm better than. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. I
can't hate on a bitch I'm better than.
These are mantras. It's like, why do I gotta worry about you? I'm me.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing to just see that and then just see what it's come into. You know, you are getting the accolades now. It almost feels like, it clearly feels like long time coming, but also there's so much more to go. Yes. Like you are still, to a lot of people, and I'm sure even to you, this is new. Yeah. These award shows is new. Coachella is new. Like, what are you looking forward to the most this coming year?
Breaking through. I keep saying that. I want to break through. I want to break through. I want to break through. I want to take like my music from just like being like known in a couple of states, because there's still a lot of people who have no clue who I am.
That's crazy.
I'm still considered underground to an extent, and my goal is to be global. So I'm just gonna do the best I can to just accomplish that and continue to outdo the last thing that I did. Yeah. So,
and this record already, it's going to be, again, the hello to everybody, but it's going to be the one that is like, all right, we're going to hear this till December, dog.
Thank you.
Thank you for annoying me for the rest of the year. I'm kidding. No. It's going to be the song. You know, you hear it and you love it, and I'm just happy to have you in here. I've followed you for a while. I was so glad with the TDE stuff. Like, to them, they're family. So anytime I can champion anything that Top brings to the table, it's bomb. But also, you hold your own. It's not like you're getting just like the looks because of that or who you're affiliated to. You're getting the looks because you deserve it. And I think that's really important to affirm, because it's like, that's cool, but I'm still me, whether they're here or not. And I'm sure that's what Top tells you too. Like,
period.
Yeah, I'm that bitch. That. Come on.
Thank you so much.
No, of course. Thank you for coming by. I just really wanted to freaking kiss your butt while you're here. Hope I did that. No. You're a lucky charm, baby girl. Like, it's just cool to see summer album on the way, vibes, and just once you listen to this record, keep on listening. Go into the catalog. You won't be sorry. Like, this is what we say we want in rap. She's right here.
Thank you.
It's Power 106.